Subway, clubs, and the World Wildlife Foundation. All this and more on today's segment of the Cat's Eye News.
Welcome to Event in a Minute or Two. This is your warning that this segment is covering a recent school shooting, so feel free to stop here and skip ahead. Gunfire erupted late Monday morning at Abundant Life Christian School in Wisconsin. Police say Tuesday that a second grader teacher called 911 to report the shooting. Police Chief Sean Barnes said Natalie Rupno, who went by the name Samantha, opened fire in a study hall, killing another student and a teacher, and wounding 6 others. The teacher and the student were pronounced dead at the school. Their names have not been released yet. 2 students remained in critical condition. A teacher and 3 other students were taken to a hospital with less serious injuries. Rupno also died, likely by suicide, Chief Barnes said. Police officers reportedly did not fire their weapons. The school website shows that Friday was to be the last day before the holiday break. President Joe Biden, in a statement, called the shooting shocking and unconscionable and urged Congress to act immediately. Every child deserves to feel safe in their classroom, Biden said. Students across our country should be learning how to read and write, not having to learn how to duck and cover.
Last week on Friday, Novi Varsity Basketball played against Lake Orion, where they had a tough loss in overtime. Also on Friday, Novi Varsity Ice Hockey had a match against Heartland where they came up short. On Saturday, Novi Varsity Ice Hockey won big against Grosse Pointe South 7-1. And last night, Novi Varsity Bowling had a match against the Brighton Bulldogs, where they unfortunately came up short.
Yesterday, your Novi Boys Varsity Hockey team took on Plymouth, beating them 7-6. Your Novi Varsity Girls Basketball team is taking on Plymouth at home. And your Novi Boys Varsity Basketball team is taking on Plymouth at Plymouth.
Dana will be holding a meeting after school today in room 226. You'll be learning about the history of chopsticks, how to use them, and eventually can compete to win some prizes.
Hey guys, Christmas is almost here, and today, the Animation Interest Group is going to show a movie. They're going to be having some hot cocoa and some other snacks too. So make sure to tell your friends and have fun, Novi.
Japanese Club's Cupcakes and Karaoke meeting, which was originally scheduled for Tuesday, December 17th, has been rescheduled to Friday, December 20th. This event is free to attend, but there will be a raffle drawing where tickets are $1 each. It will be held in room 160, so make sure to bring your friends and have fun singing some karaoke.
The next NACLO meeting is on December 19th. If you're interested, make sure you show up at 3 p.m. in room 101.
Hey Novi, are you a fan of classical music? Then the Classical Music Group created a Spotify playlist full of classical holiday music. Scan this QR code if you're interested.
What's up, Novi? The IB Diploma kids have something to say. Let's check it out.
What's up, Wildcats? As you might have noticed, there are multiple posters around the school representing unity of the community, and which is hosting an event where we give you all an opportunity to volunteer on MLK Day, January 20th.
If you need volunteering hours, this will be a great way to obtain them. And for those that don't need any, it's still a fun experience, and we highly encourage you to participate. Scan the QR code to check out the organization available and sign up for one of them.
Hey Wildcats, you may remember that last April I did a story on the United Nations Plastic Treaty negotiations. I got the opportunity to shadow Novi graduate Aaron Simon, who is now the World Wildlife Fund Vice President and Head of Plastic Waste and Business. We went to Ottawa, Canada for International Negotiating Committee, or INC number 4, and you should check out this video to see more about how it went. Since then, Aaron has been continuing to mobilize domestic action, working with the Biden-Harris administration to adjust the U.S.'s stance, and overall making sure progress is still being made. She did all of this to prepare for INC 5, which was in Busan, South Korea, as the last of these INCs, or at least it was supposed to be. I talked to Aaron after the negotiations to see how it went. She said that while the progressive majority kept trying to move forward with the treaty, member states like Saudi Arabia kept trying to delay the process.
My understanding is, if you address plastic pollution, there should be no problem with producing plastics, because the problem is the pollution, not the plastics.
Despite these delay tactics, though, that progressive majority still found ways to speak up.
All of the CSO organizations got together and hosted this quiet moment out in front of the Bexco Center, which is where it was hosted. We quietly stood out there with signs that said, "Courage, not compromise." And I was so impressed and moved by the amount that progressive majority pulled together and vocalized and pushed back. That was that political will that we've been missing all this time, and we finally saw it. I think that time we started to realize that we were going to be going into what is called INC 5.2, and that means that they don't start another INC, they extend this one, they don't close the negotiations. I mean, I personally felt very mixed emotions about that, because I knew we needed to get it done, but I didn't want them to rush and put an empty treaty out there.
Hopefully, INC 5.2 will be sooner rather than later, and maybe there our world's leaders will be able to break the stalemate and find ways to compromise for change. However, while Aaron and these leaders are working around the world to solve this issue, there is still so much that we can do here at home.
The demand from individuals, the desire to take action, the need to stop this issue from happening, that is the fuel that is firing this entire instrument. Today, more than ever, youth have had a powerful voice in these issues, and they break through the noise. These kids are doing something, and they often honestly do more than some of us who've been doing this in our entire career, because they are done standing for the mess that is being left for them to clean up.
What's up, Novi? Welcome to episode 7 of Food Reviews. Today, we are here at Subway to review the limited edition items, because they're limited. That means we gotta get them fast. I want my Subway!
Time to get some Subway.
Subway! So this sandwich is the fiery meatball.
There's some like ghost pepper spice and jalapenos on it, and then there's some like meatballs and more jalapenos inside.
Now we're gonna try it.
Well, that's spicy, alright.
Oh, I feel the spicy now.
It's not as spicy as you'd think. It's got a nice kick to it. It's tasty.
So if you don't know what the spices are, I think it's jalapenos and ghost pepper is on the bun. And ghost pepper is one of the hottest peppers in the world, I think. The flavor's good.
Flavors work very good together. I really like how the meatball and the pepperoni and the jalapenos all make a very nice, spicy, meaty flavor.
That's spicy. Not as spicy as I thought it would be. It's also pretty good. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10.
I love spicy food. I actually would get this again. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10.
This is actually really good. I very much enjoy this. The spice isn't uncomfortable. I'll give this a good old 9 out of 10.
Starting to kick in more.
Jack, are you struggling right now?
Yeah.
I never grew up with spicy food. In turn, I didn't like it, but now I'm beginning to like it. I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
How you feeling right now, Jack?
Not the best. I need that cookie, bro. I need to cleanse my palate.
Who wants which piece?
Give me an end piece, bro. I can't.
Next up, this is the spicy nacho steak. Let's try it.
Jack, you don't like jalapenos?
Oh my god.
When I first took a bite into this, my first thought was it was like nacho meat in my mouth. But the steak and the cheese and the jalapenos all work together very well.
This is too spicy for me. I can't really handle spice that well, and I had to pick out all the jalapenos. So I'm gonna have to give it a 7.5, but spicy!
It tastes fresh. It's pretty yummy. Both the sandwiches were great. I do like this one a bit better, so I'm gonna give this a 9.5 out of 10.
It kind of reminded me of like a Philly cheesesteak. It's really good, but the only problem is that it kind of doesn't really work together, having like jalapenos and spicy stuff with a Philly cheesesteak. So I'll give this an 8.5 out of 10.
I barely tasted the steak. I do enjoy good steak, and I do think it was really good in here. I figured with the nacho adding cheese and stuff like that, I figured it'd be a weird combo, but it actually goes pretty well together. We'll give this one an 8.
So this is the double chocolate peppermint foot-long cookie. Check that out.
Oh my god.
Now we're gonna try it.
The brownie flavor isn't that strong. The peppermint flavor is a little bit more empowering over it, so it doesn't taste that much like a brownie. It's more like peppermint cake.
This was really good. It wasn't spicy.
Jack, what do you give this on the boom meter?
I give this 5 out of 5 big booms. Boom! 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 For those who are wondering, 5 booms equals 10. I give this a 10 out of 10.
Yummy. It's a little thick, but it's still really good. I'm gonna give this a 9.8 out of 10.
I don't think I'd get it again. I give this an 8 out of 10.
I feel like the little cream bits inside could have been bigger because it would have made it taste a lot better, but I'd give it a good old 8.
So that was the limited edition Subway items. Overall, we would give all this food here a 9 out of 10. If you're not a spicy person, then I probably wouldn't get this food. Stay tuned for more food reviews. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
What's up, Wildcats? Do you want your story featured on the Cat's Eye News? Email us at nhscatseyenews@gmail.com. And remember, all requests should be in by 9 a.m. on Monday to give our journalists the time that they need to deliver you a quality product.
Happy almost holiday break, Novi. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I'll see you tomorrow.